Think you know what Norwegian sounds like? Think again. Norway is a land of incredible linguistic diversity. Accents and dialects shift dramatically from one valley to the next. There's no single standard accent. Instead, Norwegians celebrate their local dialects with pride. Step off a train in a new town, and you might hear Norwegian that sounds completely different. Learning Norwegian means tuning your ear to a symphony of dialects, a fascinating part of the culture. To see Norway's dialect diversity, just look at Oslo and Bergen, two cities only 6 hours apart, yet worlds away in sound. Oslo's accent is clean, flat, and direct, what most foreigners first hear. Bergen's, by contrast, is melodic, lively, and full of rolling intonation. Hearing them side by side, you'd think you're listening to two different languages. Proof that in Norway, language is anything but uniform. Why, moving to Norway? Here's what you need to know. Oslo and Bergen sound completely different, and that's more than just a fun fact. If you expect everyone to sound like your language app, you're in for a surprise. Each region has its own dialect, and Norwegians are proud of it. Understanding these differences helps you connect, adapt, and truly feel at home in Norway. Arriving in Oslo feels like stepping into the heart of modern Norway. Glass buildings gleam by the waterfront. Trams glide by sleek cafes, and everywhere you turn, you hear the pulse of the city, spoken in what many consider the mainstream Norwegian accent. Oslo Norwegian is clear, efficient, and easy to follow, matching what you see in textbooks and on national news. For newcomers, Oslo is a giant language classroom, familiar, friendly, and understandable. So what exactly makes the Oslo accent sound the way it does? The first thing you'll notice is the tone. Oslo Norwegian is famously flat, meaning it doesn't rise and fall much in pitch. This is called a level intonation. When people from Oslo speak, their sentences glide along at a steady pace, without the dramatic ups and downs you might hear in other dialects. To a non-native ear, this flatness can sound almost monotone at first, but there's a quiet rhythm underneath that keeps everything flowing smoothly. Vowels are another giveaway. In Oslo, vowels are usually short and crisp. You won't hear them stretched out or sung the way you might in Bergen or Trondheim. Words like jeg and snakker are pronounced so quickly and neatly that you almost miss them. This precision makes the accent feel efficient. No extra syllables, no lingering sounds. Consonants are also pronounced clearly, with a clean ER that's rolled lightly but not gutturally. If you're coming from English, this can feel refreshingly familiar. Another hallmark of the Oslo accent is its close relationship with bokmål, Norway's main written standard. Most of what you read in Norway, from newspapers to official documents to school books, is written in bokmål, and Osloites speak almost exactly as they write. This one-to-one correspondence between spoken and written language is rare in Norway, where many other regions have strong local dialects that differ dramatically from what's written on the page. For learners, this consistency is a huge advantage. If you can read bokmål, you can speak and understand the Oslo accent. But there's a flip side. Some Norwegians from other parts of the country find the Oslo accent a bit sterile, even boring. They joke that it lacks color or personality. Yet in its simplicity lies a kind of understated elegance. The Oslo accent is a linguistic blank canvas, ready to adapt to any situation, any conversation, any person. For foreigners and expats, the Oslo accent is both a blessing and a puzzle. On the one hand, it's the easiest Norwegian dialect to understand. Walk into a store, order a coffee, or ask for directions, and you'll hear clear, steady sentences. There's little risk of misunderstanding, and people are used to speaking with non-natives. The Oslo way of speaking feels polite, professional, and streamlined, perfect for life in a bustling capital. It's what you hear in job interviews, university lectures, and on the news. But the flatness of the Oslo accent can also catch newcomers off guard. Some say it sounds serious, or even a bit distant. There's less of the sing-song quality you might associate with Scandinavian languages. This can make everyday conversations feel formal, at least at first. However, there's a big upside. Because people speak clearly and avoid regional slang in public settings, it's easy to pick up new words and phrases just by listening. You might not feel like you're in a language classroom, but you are, every day, everywhere you go. Another thing foreigners notice is how Osloites react to their own dialect. If you try out your best Oslo accent, locals will likely appreciate your effort. They're used to people coming from all over Norway and the world, so they're patient and encouraging. You'll rarely face judgment for making mistakes, and you'll find plenty of opportunities to practice. Over time, you might even start picking up subtle local expressions and speech patterns. Ultimately, the Oslo accent is more than just a way of speaking. It's an invitation. It opens doors, smooths interactions, and gives you a foothold in Norwegian society. For anyone new to the country, it's the perfect starting point. Once you're comfortable with Oslo Norwegian, you'll be ready to tackle the musical surprises waiting for you in Bergen and beyond. Let's leave Oslo's flat plains and head west to Bergen, a city where language dances. Welcome to Bergen. The Bergen dialect, or bergensk, is instantly recognizable for its melodic, sing-song intonation. Where Oslo Norwegian is steady, Bergen's speech rises and falls like rolling hills. This musicality is woven into Bergen's identity, shaped by its history as a major trading port. Influences from Low German and Ancient Norwegian make bergensk both historic and lively. For newcomers, the constant melody can be bewildering. You might focus more on the tune than the words. Even Norwegians from other regions find it captivating and different. People from Bergen don't just speak, they perform, making every sentence sound like a story. This expressiveness is a source of immense pride for Bergenser. They fiercely protect their dialect, seeing it as the true way to speak Norwegian. For them, bergensk is a badge of honor, instantly marking them as locals. In Norway, language is inseparable from place and history, a tapestry of sound. What makes bergensk so unique? First, the famous guttural R, the Skarre-R. Unlike Oslo's rolling R, Bergen's is produced in the throat, like in French or German. Just hearing it signals you're on the West Coast. But the real magic is in the intonation, a two-tone system that gives Bergensk its signature melody. Sentences rise and fall dramatically, creating a bouncy, expressive rhythm. Vowels are stretched, adding to the musical effect. Ja becomes a drawn-out, enthusiastic note. The dialect also uses vocabulary closer to Nynorsk, with words like egg, ikkje, and kava. So, hva gjør du in Oslo becomes hva gjør du in Bergen. Another quirk, Bergen's dialect has only 2 grammatical genders, not 3. Words that are feminine in Oslo are masculine here, a remnant of historical contact. These layers of sound, words, and grammar make Bergensk a fascinating puzzle. It's a dialect that stands apart in every way. When the guttural R, melodic intonation, and unique words combine, Bergen speech becomes captivating. Even simple statements sound lively and full of personality. A Bergenser ordering coffee sounds genuinely excited, their voice rising and falling. This expressiveness makes them seem friendly and approachable, even if you miss some words. The melody carries meaning, so you can sense mood or intent without full comprehension. Humor, sarcasm, and enthusiasm are all amplified in Bergensk. For foreigners, the musicality is both a help and a challenge. The rapid pace and shifting tones can be overwhelming at first. Many describe their first weeks in Bergen as a language boot camp. But once you adjust, the reward is immense. Bergensk isn't just communication, it's a performance of identity. Every phrase is a declaration of who they are. For foreigners, encountering Norway's dialects is a pivotal moment. After months of studying Bokmål and Oslo's accent, you feel prepared, until you visit Bergen. One sentence from a local can make you feel like a beginner again. The melody, unfamiliar vowels, and guttural R are a whirlwind. It's a humbling, universal experience for expats. Oslo's accent feels manageable and logical, matching what you've learned. But Bergen's dialect changes the rules, forcing you to listen for melody and rhythm, not just words. The initial shock soon turns to fascination. You realize Norwegian is richer and more varied than you imagined. You start listening more actively, tuning your ear to new sounds. It's a challenging but essential lesson. True fluency means adapting to Norway's symphony of dialects. Your first encounter with Bergensk is the real start of your language journey. It's not about one correct accent, but about flexibility. That's when you truly begin to understand Norwegian. Expats often describe Oslo's accent as normal, standard, or clear, the baseline for Norwegian. Its flat intonation and crisp pronunciation make it feel straightforward and businesslike. It's the sound of getting things done in the capital. Bergen's accent, by contrast, is called musical, singing, or dramatic. Its expressive rhythm makes every conversation feel like a story. This musicality is seen as friendly and charming, but can be overwhelming for learners. In Oslo, the accent creates a formal, reserved atmosphere. In Bergen, meetings feel warmer and more animated, even if the topic is serious. The sound of the dialect changes the social dynamic. These labels, normal versus musical, reflect the expat's journey, not the dialects themselves. Neither is better. Both are unique expressions of Norwegian. For learners, these categories help make sense of the diversity. The contrast is about more than pronunciation. It's about personality. Most foreigners start with the Oslo accent. It's what's taught in courses and heard in media. It becomes the linguistic comfort zone, making comprehension feel automatic. For the first year or two, Oslo's accent is much easier to understand. Conversations with Eastern Norwegians feel like a fair test. Bergen's dialect feels advanced. This leads many to gravitate toward flatter accents. They're less exhausting to follow. But if you live in Bergen, daily exposure changes everything. At first, it's a confusing wall of sound, but patterns emerge. The melody becomes familiar, then normal. Many expats reach a breakthrough where Bergensk is as easy or easier than Oslo's accent. The accent you understand best depends on where you live and who you talk to. Over time, you add dialects to your repertoire, not replace them. You become linguistically bilingual within Norwegian. That's the true mark of integration into Norway's rich, diverse culture. Norway's dramatic geography shaped its language. Isolated by mountains and fjords, each community developed its own dialect, creating a rich mosaic of speech. Oslo's accent reflects connection and openness, while Bergen's musical sound tells of maritime heritage and mountain barriers. Even today, these dialects echo Norway's rugged past, a living reminder of how the land shaped its people and their voices. In Norway, your dialect is a badge of honor, a fundamental part of identity. It connects you to a place, culture, and community. This pride in dialect is a powerful social force. Changing your accent is seen as a betrayal of roots. All dialects are valued equally, reflecting Norwegian egalitarianism. It reveals a culture valuing authenticity and individual identity. In Norway, celebrating dialects is an active choice. Authenticity is prized over conformity. After centuries under foreign rule, Norwegians made linguistic diversity a core value. With 2 official written languages, Bokmål and Nynorsk, Norway formally recognizes regional speech. In schools, children are encouraged to use their own dialects, building pride in their heritage. Here, language is more than words. It's the living soul of Norwegian culture. From Oslo's modern streets to Bergen's rain-slicked cobblestones, Norway's language is a tapestry of contrasts. The Oslo accent is clear, efficient, and widely understood, a perfect starting point for newcomers. Bergen's dialect, melodic and proud, is a badge of local identity and history. There's no better accent. Both are beautiful, valid expressions of Norway's soul. Embrace both, and you'll truly understand the richness of Norwegian language. Oslo and Bergen are just the beginning of Norway's rich dialect journey. Every region, even every valley, has its own unique sound and story. From the energetic dialects of the north to the clipped rhythms of Trøndelag, the real magic lies in exploring beyond the cities. Stay curious. Norway's dialects are a lifelong adventure worth taking. The sound difference between Oslo and Bergen teaches us that in Norway, language is more than communication. It's an expression of character and identity. Every accent tells a story, reflecting heritage and community. Embracing these differences is key to truly connecting and integrating. Celebrate the diversity. Let Norway's voices guide your journey.